Has your Volkswagen touchscreen just frozen, become unresponsive, or started acting on its own? You're not alone. It's one of the most common issues we see coming into our workshop. But here's the good news. It can usually be sorted without replacing the whole infotainment system. And today, I'll explain exactly why it happens and what you can do about it. You get in the car and the screen looks perfectly fine. No cracks, no damage, no warning lights. But it just won't respond. That's because the fault isn't something you can see. It's hidden just under the glass, inside a thin, transparent layer that controls every touch. Over time, that layer starts to break down, usually from heat, moisture, or vibration, all conditions that car electronics are constantly exposed to. And when that happens, the system starts to lose its sense of touch. That's why so many Volkswagen touchscreens freeze or start pressing buttons by themselves. It's not a software glitch, it's a hardware fault happening quietly beneath the surface. VW Group cars, which is Volkswagen, Audi, Seat, Skoda and even Porsches, share the same touchscreen design and bonding process across many of their models. That means when there's a weakness in one, it tends to appear across the entire range. The adhesive layer that bonds the touchscreen to the display glass can start to separate over time, especially after years of heat and cold cycles. This process, called delamination, leads to dead zones, unresponsive areas on the screen, or random touches, what many drivers call ghost touches. All the systems use resistive touchscreens, which work by pressure. They're durable, work with gloves, but need firm touches and can't detect multi-touch gestures. Modern systems use capacitive touchscreens, the same type as the smartphones. They detect the electrical charge from your finger, giving a smooth, the sliding nice smooth response feel, but they're also more sensitive to moisture, heat, and even slight damage. When the conductive coating breaks down, the screen either stops responding or starts triggering random inputs by itself. So what are the common causes? Well, let's start with heat and temperature cycles. Like summer heat can soften the adhesive behind the touchscreen, causing the touch layer to separate. Next is moisture and humidity. Condensation or cleaning sprays can trick the system into thinking it's being touched. Another one is physical damage. Small knocks or pressure on the glass can cause dead zones or constant ghost touches. And aging materials. Over years, expansion and contraction from temperature changes gradually breaks down the bonding layer. And the last one that we can mention here are software glitches. In rare cases, a frozen screen is just a software crash. And trying a hard reset can restore the system before assuming it's a hardware failure. Most garages, especially dealerships, almost always tell customers the same thing when the touchscreen stops responding, that your whole infotainment system needs to be replaced. And that usually means eye-watering bills in the thousands of pounds. So yes, it will solve your problem, but it's an expensive way to do it. And the new system uses the exact same screen design with the same bonding process and adhesive layer. That means over time the same fault can return again. It's not that dealerships are trying to overcharge you, it's simply the way they operate, by replacing, not by repairing. From their side, that's considered the official fix, but from a repair point of view, it's often unnecessary. In most cases, the rest of the system, the display, the circuit boards, electronics, the software, is all working perfectly. It's just that thin touch layer on the front that's failed. And replacing just the part instead of the whole system is where you can save yourself thousands. And it's also far more environmentally friendly because you're keeping perfectly good electronics out of the landfill. The good news is you don't need to replace the entire system to solve this problem. In most cases, the fault lies in the digitizer, that thin, transparent touch layer bonded to the front of the display. When it fails, it confuses the system and causes those unresponsive on random touches. The proper repair is to replace the digitizer layer and rebond it to the existing display. Debonding and rebonding is a delicate process that needs the right tools and expertise. If done incorrectly, it can cause damage beyond repair. But if it's done correctly, the screen will perform just like new. In professional repair settings, digitizer can also be replaced with an upgraded version that's more stable and heat resistant than the original one, helping prevent the issue from coming back. The big advantage? You keep your original system intact and all your coding, pairing and settings stay the same, and you're saving thousands compared to a full replacement, while also reducing waste by keeping working electronics out of landfill. So if you are experiencing these issues, here are a few simple things to check first before assuming it's a major fault. 1. Try a hard reset. Hold the power or volume knob for about 10 to 15 seconds until the screen restarts. Check your car's manual for the exact combination because every model might have a different combination. It's similar to resetting a smartphone. You press several buttons together, the screen goes off, then comes back. Basically, it's the same that you can do to your infotainment system. So please do check your instruction manual and you will find the exact combination, what needs to be done for that procedure. Now that reset will clear out temporary glitches. But if the problem comes back, take a note when it happens. Hot days, cold mornings, after cleaning the screen, those clues can point to the heat, moisture or aging. Number 3. Clean the screen. Use a dry microfiber cloth. Avoid sprays or wipes that leave residue. 4. Record it. A short video of the issue helps confirm what exactly is happening. 5. Get a proper diagnosis. If the screen still lights up and the rest of the system works, it's almost always the touchscreen layer at fault, not the whole unit. The main thing to remember is that these touchscreen failures are common and, in most cases, not as serious as they appear. A proper diagnosis can confirm whether it's just the touch layer, and often with an upgraded digitizer, your system can perform exactly like new without the massive cost. However, if your screen isn't just freezing but also rebooting or restarting on its own, that usually points to a deeper fault inside the system and not just the touch layer. That's why you should watch this next video. We break down exactly why your VW infotainment keeps rebooting, what's really causing it, and the right way to fix it properly. Just click on this video and watch it next.